Hello everyone, welcome back. So I'm gonna show you how I bond and skim a seal and why I'm using the spatula, and I'll sort of just explain as the video goes. But obviously the video is only seven and a half minutes long here. So if I do forget anything, let me know in the comments, or if there's anything you would like to know, also let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. So firstly, I have the ceiling all bonded here, it's all on. It was a plasterboard ceiling, so previous to that I also scrim taped and checked all the boards were tight and there was no screws hanging down that could damage my trowel and also slow me down. Basically, once you have your mix mixed, you just want to be doing nothing but plastering. You don't really want to be setting the hawking trowel down and having to screw in a screw or hammer in a nail or pull a nail out or anything. You just want to sort of have a clean run at the job. So why am I spatulaing this ceiling? So I think there was quite a few dips. I'm already past the dips beside the window, but basically the spatula here is helping me straighten up the ceiling. As I said, this is actually just bonding, and if ceilings aren't too bad, you could get away with just getting it with the trowel and it would be straight enough to skim away. The more experienced you are, I'm sure all the experienced plasterers watching this will know, they know themselves that you can straighten out a ceiling with just a trowel and keeping your eye, running your eye along the angles. But to me, these spatulas, the speed skims and that too, depending on how you go about using them, but I find them brilliant for straightening. And of course you could use just a normal straight edge, feather edge to do so as well. What you might have noticed as well is that the lights are still on up there. The spotlights are just, they're not attached yet and they were up above. I put them up above the holes that are drilled out. Obviously this is a new ceiling, so that I can just trowel straight over the top. There's no messing about with wires. I find it safer, cleaner, quicker. So it's another bit of a tip. What I'm doing now is I'm just brushing the ceiling to give it a bit of a key for my skim coat, as you can see. So like I was saying earlier, that you don't always have to straighten out the ceiling if it is good. You can check it before you even mix. See where your bad angles are. Maybe you only have one angle to straighten out, or maybe the job is priced to be bonded, in which case you will be bonded it anyway. But yeah, sometimes you could get away with just coating it on very neat and brushing it in and skimming it. But if you are new, and this obviously is videos even for the newer people, you will want to give it all of these spatula down, trowel your button up and then brush it, make sure your angles are straight. You see I'm making sure I don't miss any bits here on the ceiling, making sure I get everything key coated on a nice grip. Again, apologise for the blurriness, not sure why the camera went blurry at that stage, but it did. So you sort of get the picture. You've seen me doing this before, guys. Like I said, if there's anything I'm missing out or you just want to know more, let me know and I'll try and get a video sorted on that. So that's my skim coat all on now. 2 coats, of course. I was asked previous on a large ceiling, did I 2 coat it? I always do 2 coats. Maybe the odd patch might be a 1 coat, but even then I tend to give them 2 coats. I find it just helps with the drying times. Again, the ceiling was already straightened out with the bottom, so I'm basically just flattening in with the tyzack here. And hopefully tyzack introduce maybe a pole and a clip for this, hopefully in the future or something. And like we did say, DH Plaster was saying previous that it was probably its only real negative that you could give this tool. And you can see I'm gonna walk it here. don't recommend walking backwards on the stilts, guys. That's what I'm on here, stilts. Walking backwards, you don't always know what's behind you. Easier trip, which I sort of took a step back there. But I don't really recommend walking backwards. Like I said in the stilts video, did as well, that it's best just to be walking forward on the stilts. It's a lot safer. But you can see it's still leaving the odd wee line there, but you know I'm finding it very quick for a first trial then. And you know the more you'll use these tools, the better you'll get with them. But mostly this is a quick flattening and a double check for angles, making sure there's no hollows. And you can see that I'm hitting all the way into the middle, so even if the middle's got any buckles, this tool will show it up. But you can't see how flat it's actually bringing it in. Every bit as good as the speed skim for that. And you can fill in, you can actually use it, the fat that's on it, and just fill in holes and swipe it over again, just like I have done there now. And it does come in well. You'll notice on the walls as well there's grit. So if that ceiling wasn't plasterboarded, it would have been gritted up. But you can see it's quite quick as well. Not that it'd be slower, much slower with the trowel, but it definitely would be slower. And I'm finding it quite a comfortable tool to be using. So definitely am impressed with it to date. Still using it on any wee jobs and stuff. And also want to just say about the pointsman, if anybody's made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. But I'm going to be trying to get the pointsman giveaway wrapped up next week, so all the winners will know who they are. Like I said earlier, guys, if there's anything I missed out, let me know in the comments. If there's any videos you'd rather see or you want to see, let me know in the comments as well. You see, I'm just giving this straight in both ways. Look, take it out all the lines, lovely. And I will try and get a video where I'm using that trowel start to finish. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.